It's the new Red Green Show! Come on! And now, here's the man who left his body to science, his wardrobe to history, and his personality to chance. Your hero, my uncle, Red Green!
Save yourselves, you got families. All right. Well, you know, every time this year up at the lodge, the guys start making their own beer, making their own wine. Guess it's just their way of trying to give something back to the system. Now, this is the one fella has made a real interesting batch. Doesn't taste too bad.
Is it wine or is it beer?
Kind of hard to tell, Harold. I'd say it's either a sparkling wine or a light beer.
Well, what does it say on the label?
American Standard. Yeah, well, it's still in the bathtub, right? Yeah. Actually, it's brewing away right now.
The bathtub?
Yeah.
Uncle Red, that's my science experiment from the school science fair.
What?
Yeah, I'm pickling pollywogs.
Oh, come on, Harold. It tastes way too good for that. Besides, why would you put all those olives in there?
Those are the pollywogs.
What you're looking at now is a bunch of segments from this particular show. The main message being, for gosh sakes, don't even think about changing the channel. I'll tell you something, you want to make sense out of this program, you got to give it your undivided attention.
Can't believe you guys, you drank my entire science experiment right out of the tub. Moose licked the ring and ate the plug.
Relax, Harold. You can just make something else.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it was the whole ecology of our wetlands, you know? Now I got like 12 lodge members in a belching contest.
If you're smart, you work that into the project. That's marsh gas. I tell you what, Harold. Why don't you and I do a project together, you know, on toxic waste or the ozone layer or something?
Well, we could, but no. You know, thanks. I sort of had my heart set on winning this contest, so. Girls like guys who look like scientists.
Well, that could be, but you look more like an experiment, Harold.
I know what I can do. I'm gonna do it. I'll do like astronomy. That's what I'll do. I'll like grind my own lenses, silver my own mirrors, I'll align the focal planes and make a telescope.
That sounds like fun. I'll get some duct tape.
No. See, adults aren't allowed to help. You either.
All right, fine, Harold. You just grind your Hubble to your heart's content, all right?
Okay.
I'm gonna make my own telescope.
Alrighty.
I think I could be a great astronomer, Harold.
Well, he's always been good at staring off into space.
You know, one of the biggest dangers of having something on television is that people see things and they think they should try them. You know, like blowing up a van or doing something athletic in Bill's case. I was just going to change his clothes there. I guess he saw this at the Olympics where they have the rings and you... What's that? Oh, Bill, you don't have to change right. Oh. Bill, I don't think you need to see that at home. That's your personal business under there. I would no. Oh, it's a shoe. All right. Okay, no, that's fine. Wow, there's a bit of a pongo. Anyway, nice figure, fine looking man. And up he goes on there. I'll tell you, what he's finding out is that, you know, some things aren't as easy as they look. Things like being Bill's friend, for example. Like, well, I'll give you a boost up there, Bill. I'm giving you, it's a boost, Bill, it's a boost up. Oh, man. Wow.
Welcome to the Possum Lodge word game, where tonight's grand prize is a weekend for two at the Solitaire Championships. Okay, Uncle Red, you have 30 seconds to get Mike Hammer to say this word. Father. And go.
All right, Mike, your mother is married to...
Her job. Exotic dancing's her life.
Right, okay. I'm talking about the man who took care of you when you were young was your...
Truant officer.
This is a family member, Mike. The man who slept with your mother.
Could you be more specific?
Okay, growing up with just a mom, you knew you had a...
Curfew.
Another word for daddy.
Lifer.
All right, Mike. if your wife has kids, you'll be...
Long gone.
Whoa. Just like your...
Father.
There we go. This week on Handyman Corner, I'm going to show you how to make a very common joint that you use for building furniture, houses, even wooden cars. It's a 90-degree joint, and all you need is a table saw, or a friend who has one. Now, I switched the blade in this thing because this was a special blade, which is used for cutting metal. Does a heck of a job, doesn't it? All right, now, you don't need to horse this thing down or anything. Just finger tight is fine. And then just start her up. All right, I guess I should have used a stronger finger there. But there's a lesson to you youngsters out there. Never compromise safety just because you can't find the wrench. I wonder if it's still sharp. Yeah. All right, I think we're ready to start cutting now. Here's a little advice for you. Count your fingers before and after every cut, and then you'll know if you should be sifting through the sawdust. And we'll just do this little cut here. Just that easy, basically. She's, all right, well, she didn't actually cut all the way through there, so I guess we'd have to maybe set the blade a little bit higher, or you can set the table a little bit lower. Your choice, really. Oh, no, I know. That ought to do her. Now, here's something else that you can do with a table saw. When you want to cut along the length of a board, that's called ripping. You can just rip right through the board there. It's a lot easier than doing it by hand. It's called ripping. See how I just kind of went ripping out of there? But here's what I wanted to show you today. You know, when you join a couple of pieces of wood in a right angle, a 90-degree angle, sometimes you'll make a joint like that. That's called a butt joint, and frankly, it's kind of butt ugly. So I'm going to show you how to make another kind called a miter joint. Miter, that's a French word. It means not butt, okay? So you're still going to have your 90-degree angle, but you're going to do it with 245s, because you want to have a right angle. Anything else is a wrong angle, which I've proven many times. All you got to do is set your saw to exactly 45 degrees. Now we got our two 45-degree angles. We put those together. Put that one over there. And then what you're going to find here, when this all goes together exactly right, is you've got a perfect 90-degree angle. Yeah. What we got to do, we haven't got the angle set just absolutely right on this. Just look at her. My God, she's sensitive. And they're portable. Remember, the women don't find you handsome. They should at least find you handy. Hey, Buster, I'm done with your table saw. Here it comes back to you. Stay tuned and relax. Whatever this is, we got lots more of it. I need to talk to you ladies to help you understand why we men do some of the things we do. For example, not stopping to ask for directions when we're lost. Okay, primarily, it's a pride thing. We're out there, we're driving around in our own vehicles, burning gas, got the sunglasses on, looking good, you know. People see us going by, would never guess that we have no idea where we are. And we're not real excited about sharing that information. A man does not embrace the concept of going up to total strangers and saying, "You may not know this, but I'm a moron." Whereas the woman that he's with is only too happy to share that information. I think it helps to ease her burden a little bit. See, to a woman, getting lost when you're on a trip is just a blameless act of nature. But to a man, it's a sign of personal failure. He knew where he was when he left. He doesn't know where he is now. All right, somewhere along the way, he crossed the line between the world he knows and the world he doesn't know. That's exactly the way he feels about when he got married and when he had kids. So if he admits he's lost in his car, he's going to have to admit he's lost in those other areas as well. That's way too much to ask. So just sit there, bite your tongue, circle the block a couple of times. Men aren't lost, they just take the long way. Remember, I'm pulling for you. We're all in this together. I think you're going to win first prize at the school science fair.
Thanks, Uncle Red. I just got a little bit more. I'm going to hook this to a thing.
Yeah, you can't lose with this one, Harold. Huh?
Where'd you get that? From an elephant proctologist?
Harold, I made this. This is your telescope. You know, I helped you a little bit with it. Like, I did the building part bit.
Yeah.
But it was your idea, Harold. Well, it was Galileo's idea, but he's dead.
No, sorry, Uncle Red. You can't help me on this. It's against science fair rules. Besides, I want to win.
Harold, come on, you'll win with this. Take a look. Take a look in the car side mirror there. See? That's out of a Ford Galaxy. That one down there is out of a Comet, and the one inside's out of a Saturn. Ain't very spacey. What do you see, huh?
Okay, that's amazing.
Yeah.
What does it say there? Yeah. Caution, universes may seem closer than they appear. No, you can't help me. I'm doing it by myself.
Oh, come on, Harold. My dad helped me with homework.
Well, that's because you guys were in the same grade. I'm just going to do it. I'm not even doing like a telescope anymore. I'm doing a crystal radio set. I just got a little bit more soldering to do.
See? I'll get that. I'll get it.
You get it.
Oh, if you see a big fat dog waddling down the road, don't you be too critical of his extra wide load. If you've ever tasted dog food, you gotta tip your hat to an animal who could actually overeat on a diet of crap like that.
My name is Dalton Humphrey, and I'm a man.
Hi, Dalton.
And it's been 2 weeks since I last acted like a guy. And this week I did something I'm pretty proud of. It's a first for me. I did laundry.
Whoa!
Wash and dry in the whole 9 yards. You know what I realized is that it was the problem was in my head. You know, it was my attitude. You know, if you change your attitude, you know, you can change the whole world. So So, you know, I didn't think about it like as if it was washing clothes. I thought about it like it was restoring clothes. See, refinishing a shirt, renovating a pair of pants. See, it wasn't a chore. This was a project.
Oh.
You know, and I didn't even call it a washer and a dryer, you know, because these were my tools. These are my power tools, my big power tools. So I called them a dirt stripper and a heat turbine. Stand back, kids. Dad's using the heat turbine. You know what? There is no rule that says a washer and a dryer have to be white. Why don't they make them black or brown? You know, like a radial arm saw or a jointer, for heaven's sakes. You know what the upside of all this is? My wife was thrilled. 2 loads of laundry. She's happy. She was friendly. That's right, and I'm going to surprise her. I'm surprising her right now by washing all her woolen sweaters. I can't wait to see the look on her face when I pull those babies out of the dryer. That's going to be something.
Well, here we are back with Adventures with Bill. He got to warm up a little later, and he's ready to go there. Got the chalk. Well, it's not chalk, really. That's just flour, and you don't need a lot of that, Bill. You don't need a lot of. You don't. For instance, you don't need that much. Anyway, I'm not going to try and boost him up again. He's going to go up there on the oil drum and just pull himself up into the. This is going to take a lot of strength. Wow. Boy, oh boy, I'm impressed with that. You know, sometimes I think. Yeah, he is too, but look, I think Bill's an idiot and can't do anything. And then I realize I'm wrong, he's just an idiot. Well, there he is, upside down. Look at the power there, folks. There's something. You don't see that every day in the week, and I think it's a good thing, especially around mealtime. All right, and back down he goes. Oh, my gosh, what are those noises? I think Bill's back, and what he used to, oh, look at that. Look at that, kind of an Egyptian, kind of an upside down. Oh boy, this is, I'm getting a display here, and so are you, and what now, Bill? What? Oh my gosh! Let's hear it for the boy. What, the other arm? Oh my gosh, he's ambidextrous. Well, by golly, that's gotta be hard in the arm, isn't it, Bill? It's be hard in the arm. Oh. And now Bill learns about gravity. Oh. My gosh. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Lord of the Rings. Here's a red-green sign sent to us by a viewer. We're not the only crazy ones. Good news, Harold. This crystal radio is going to win you first prize at the science fair. Congratulations and good work.
Good work?
Yeah.
You built the whole thing.
Don't.
What?
Don't touch it. Alone. You don't know how it works, okay? Just leave it alone. Leave it alone. We get to the school, I'll explain everything about it, okay? There's a good boy.
I cannot enter something into the science fair that you built. Or have you not been listening the first 9 times I said that to you? I'm going to do my own project. It's about sex.
Oh, Harold. Sex. I can't help you there. You're on your own. Of course, you're used to that, aren't you?
I'm going to do a frank and explicit look at the germination of soybeans. Without the meddling of an adult.
Well, okay, Harold, but you should know that Buster Hadfield is helping his son making an atom-smashing nuclear accelerator cyclotron out of an old TV set and a weed whacker.
Well, I don't care. I'm going to do things my way.
Well, fine. I'm going to enter this crystal radio in the science fair myself.
Okay, well, Uncle Red, the science fair is only open to high school students.
I never graduated.
It's now time to feature those 3 little words that men find so hard to say. I don't know! Okay, now, and to join my Uncle Red on the expert portion of the program is his best friend in the whole wide room, Mr. Hap Shaughnessy. Okay. Dear experts, is it true that basketball was invented by a Canadian?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's definitely true. Basketball was invented by a Canadian, but he was living in the United States at the time.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was in the States. But I didn't give up my Canadian citizenship. No, I was down there doing some hush-hush work for the CIA, as was then known as Teddy's Rough Riders. They wanted me to come up with some sort of cover story as to what I did for a living, and I said sports inventor. And to make the cover a bit more convincing, of course, wouldn't you know,
Yeah.
I had to invent a sport. I sure didn't expect that darn game to catch on.
Hap, you don't expect us to believe that, do you?
Well...
Huh?
You got me there, No, that wasn't true. No, I sure did expect that darn game to catch on.
Mr. Shaughnessy, out of all the history books I've ever read, all of them, they say the Canadian was Mr. James Naismith.
James Naismith. Yeah, that was my CIA cover name.
Funny you never mentioned that, Hap. You know, it's not like you to hold back.
Well, I know, Red, but all my spy work was top secret, you know. The only reason I can mention this now is because Franco is dead. And Spain is no longer a threat to world peace.
I'm finding this very hard to believe.
That's because you're listening.
I'm telling you, I invented basketball.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Hoop dreams. No. Maybe Hap's right. Remember that time he was up on the drunk and disorderly? Huh? Dribbling all over the court? Science fair was fun, I'll tell you. Whose project exploded there, Harold?
I can't hear you over the ringing.
I'm saying whose project exploded?
You mean the first time?
Yeah.
The one beside us.
Yeah. This side. Yeah. My golly. Sorry you didn't win, Harold.
Well, that's okay. I escaped with my life. That's the main thing.
Who won the first prize, anyway?
Well, Sticky Peterson has the trophy.
Yeah.
Well, doctors say they can get that removed. The actual winner was Andrea McClintock. The judges said her entry of fire extinguishers was rather timely.
But Harold, I heard your project made it to the finals over in Port Asbestos.
No.
Oh.
That's just where most of the pieces landed. I don't hear it, but it's got to be time for the lodge meeting.
Harold, I'm thinking it's probably time for the lodge meeting. Why don't you go ahead?
Lodge meeting!
Maybe just some fries. Why don't you go to the lodge meeting?
I'm just going to go to lodge meeting.
Well, I couldn't care less where you go. Lodge meeting.
Lodge meeting! Oh, Uncle Red.
Now, my wife is watching. I learned today that there are some things that man should not know. I'm hoping you're not one of them. I'll be coming straight home after the meeting as soon as the smoldering goes down in my pants. And to the rest of you, on behalf of myself and I guess he's gone to the lodge meeting, Harold, thanks for watching, and until next time, keep your stick on the ice.